lots have changed. And you guys may be questioning my ignorance because of these glasses that I'm wearing. But y'all know that I have a necessity of using glasses, right? So, anyways, let me just do this and then I'm with you. So let's say, hey. That's right. So yeah, we good. Anyways, this has been a wild week. Don't know how to explain it to you, but let's break it down, right? So, the week, well, it started with, if you know my pod, with that I quit my job. Then I applied for a new one, and within 2 days, I'm gonna drink some water, cause y'all know I like my water. So, anyways, I got a new job. Hey for the yays. Well, I have numerous jobs. So, but I got a new steady one that in another nursing room home, and I'm super excited. From 1 week, I went from not knowing that I would quit to get a new one, and I'm starting tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. What's up? And Tuesday I have to meet at 7 a.m. What's good, guys? What's good? That's wild. I'm back in it. I'm working my way from the bottom to the top. And everybody has to start in the day, and then after that I can transfer into night or evening shifts, which is eventually what I want. But I'm ready to pay my dues and work my way up, and I can't wait because this is a private institute, and it's 1 kilometer. That means that is 0.5 miles from my home. That means I can walk. Well, I'm gonna take my bike, but anyways, there's a problem with my bike. Always a problem with this new L bike that I have that doesn't work. The battery doesn't work, or like it's just every electronic device, as you guys know, computer, phone, iPads, iPods, whatever, like always have some defaults, and then we end up have to using time to actually get them done, you know? So now my battery doesn't work, and I'm just gonna adjust my pants here. I'm sorry. So that means that tomorrow I have to call them and say, yo, I need a new battery. So I don't want to waste time. I can't even bicycle all the way over there because my I don't have much battery left. Like, I can get home from here, and then I can go to the nursing home, and then I have to call them, right? So that's some boring shit that I don't want to get into. But anyways, so I got my tickets to Cuba. I'm going in 11 days, and I don't know if I'm excited yet, but it is definitely a time to reflect, a time to people are like, oh, vacation, but like I don't divide time like that, like what's a vacation and what's not. Like, I just don't divide. Like, I just say I'm going this, and then I'm living there and eating there and shitting there, you know? Well, this journey has obviously a purpose. So the purpose of this journey, other than being in solitude with my family away from the internet, is I should do a pod over there, but I just simply don't know if I can bring all of this stuff. But I can do a memo, and then I can load it up, and then the quality will be shipped. But if you guys will, I think I might do it, right? Anyway, so I'm going to Cuba in 11 days, and first of all, when I booked the flight, it was canceled. You know, all of that COVID, da 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 da. And I called Air France, the bitch, up, and I said, like, what are we gonna do? Can you fix this? Because y'all know I had to charge, like, I had to go premium. I couldn't go in monkey class because I'm going with 2 bags of things for my family. Like, my cousin says, in Cuba we haven't had any washing powder, like to wash their clothes. Like, there hasn't been any in any store. And then they were like, can you please bring some? And that's the essence of Cuba right there. They can't, like, they don't have things for several months. So somebody from the outside, I'm bringing 3 Samsung phones. People can't get phones. People can't get washing powder, whatever. I think it's called Descendants or some shit like that. Anyway, so I have to bring it, and I feel good about that. But anyway, so there's a lot of practical stuff that has to go through, but not even. The purpose of the trip is to meet up with my buddy Roniel, which I got linked up with from Tony. That's a Cuban dude that lives in Denmark. And he's a musician, and he appeared on my song Mango. So I'm actually going back to my roots and making my 3rd album in Cuba with the sound of Buena Vista Social Club, the sound of Cuba, the griddle and the niddle and the raw sound of that with my vocals on the top. And I'm going to explore that. So that's the purpose of the journey. I went to the embassy, all of that boring shit. And, everything with COVID, like, I just have to arrive, pay 50 euros, and then get a test, and then be isolated for that amount of tests, for the days that I have to, oh my God, I'm rambling, to wait for the answer, and then I can do what I want to do, right? So, but I'm super high on disinfect, so I'm gonna be fine. Like, I'm bringing like 100 masks. I'm bringing 100 liters of disinfect, and yeah, it's just wild. So that's the thing with that. And Cuba just opened their airport the 15th of November. And yeah, I'm going, and people are like, have a good vacation. Well, I don't divide time. I don't. I'm going on a purpose. I'm meeting the musicians that I want to work with. I'm meeting with production companies that's going to produce this huge album that's going to start next year, and I can't be the secretary of calling every musicians and every trumpet and every conga and every fucking cowbell that I need on my disc, right, on my CD. So I need a production company to produce this thing with me. And the other side of that, not only the musical side, which is super interesting and it's going to be exciting. The other side is that we're going to document it and we're going to film it for TV. So I'm really in the midst with everything, like I'm really just trying to make every puzzle it's like 1,000 puzzles that has to fall in place, and it's only falling in place when the last puzzle is in there. And that's going to be when I release the next album, and I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but I'm working with the only woman that is alive from Buena Vista Social Club. She's 90-something, and I'm so excited to meet her. And I'm working with a guy called Pancho Amat. I'm working with all these legends of Cuba. And I'm gonna go out there to see them in their eyes. It's eye for eye over there. You have to see them in their eyes and say, I want you on my project. Do you want this? And then they tell me how much I have to pay. And then it's all about the valuta, if you know what I mean. And that's well, I don't believe in money. You know that, but if I just work, then it will all be fine, and then I'm gonna afford it, and we're gonna search for some funds, and then I'm gonna be granted that. So I'm very excited for this cultural experience that's gonna be documented, and this is the first time I'm really talking about the project like that. So for you guys that are waiting for new music, you guys know what I'm about to do. What I'm about to do. And this is what I'm about to do, and it's gonna be fire. Like, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be the 1960s. It's gonna be what Amy Winehouse did to that sound in that time, just with Latin traditional music. And the guy that I'm working with is a Grammy winner. Like, he won a Grammy this year. So anyways, I'm going down there to see if they have equipments, to see where we're going to rehearse. And like all of the practical stuff I'm going to. Do I have to bring this mic? You know, like, what do you guys have? How much is the studio? How much is the rehearsal studio? How much is this and that musicians? And kind of laying a plan for that so I can give it to my manager and they can take care of it. And then on the other side, I have to find a crew. I'm waiting for the right crew to confirm if they want to go, if they can go, because it's just like such a big project. So he said, Adrian said, which is the dude that I want to work with on the visual side of the documentary, because he knows me, and yeah, I want this documentary film or series to be how I want it to be, right? I don't want it to be Kim Kardashian, keeping up with the Kardashian vibes, right? It has to be griddle. It has to be raw. It has to be really, really something special. So if he's not on board, then we're going to do it next summer, right? I have a call with Eric, who's going to do the visual size of it, and it's going to be really interested because he's an anime guy, and he did the pieces for Rest in Peace Marcus Bormann, RPMB, my latest album, and I want him. It's going to be kind of like a weird mix because I'm doing a cover, like. If you're doing a sound from the 1970s, then you might want to go with a picture of the street in Havana, right? But I like to switch it up. I like to go controversial and then go anime on it. Maybe we can make a street or a picture and you can paint it up in an anime kind of way, you know, some shit like that. That would be tight. So I'm having a call with him in a few hours, and then we're going to talk about that. What else? I got a new job. Yeah, I told you that. And I might be doing one more pod before leaving, and then you guys not gonna hear from me until I get back the 11th of December. And if I have any stalkers, then people will know. But they don't know what time. Anyways. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm actually excited to fly during COVID because then you don't have to worry about who's going to be in the middle seat, right? Even though I'm flying first class over there, I'm flying monkey class back, right? So I really hope that there's a lot of space so I can, sleep or do something during those fucking 12 hours of flight. It's gonna be heavy. But I'm used to that. Going to LA, it's 11 hours, so but that's one flight. To go to Cuba, you can't go directly. I have to go to 2 stops, and that's the only way I can go. Only way I can go because of COVID. So then I have to go that. And dude, I remember one time I was on my way back to Cuba, and when you want to save some money, you take a monkey class and you take like 3 layovers, and they're long or some shit like that. Some stuff you did when you were young, but this ticket was like a lot cheaper. So I had this long layover that was like from night to day, and it was really hard for me to not even fall asleep. So I had to, I was so dizzy just being so exhausted. I was worried that I might fall. I was worried to faint of exhaustion. I just decided, even though it was cold in that motherfucker, it was in Amsterdam actually. It was so cold in that airport. I just decided, with noise, with everything, that I'm gonna lay down on a bench and sleep because I couldn't stand up. I couldn't have my ears open anymore. And then I just like had my belongings like this. Could you imagine just like me sitting in this in like and just sleeping? Like a lot of people do it. I don't. But I had to. I really had to because I was about to faint. So that's called survival, dudes. So I'm trying not to do this time, but I have some good layovers that make sense, and maybe I can catch a little nap on the flight, so I'm good with the layovers and stuff like that. But there's nothing more stressing than flying. Am I right? There's nothing more stressing than flying. It's just crazy. And also because if everybody if everybody had the same way about flying that I have as an FFer, frequent flyer, then everything would be calm, everything would be good. But people are like going manic in the airports. Like they're like, me first, me first. Oh, okay, so you want to sit on the flight for 13 hours and not 12, right? It's just, there's a lot of things. So I'm trying to prepare myself right now. As speaking, I cannot overcome the stress that's going to come with this, but I have to take a deep breath, and then when I'm on the plane, then it's good. You know, once you're in airplane mode, like once you get into an airport, you're on panic mode. You know, you up here. How do I go to this? How do I go to that? How do I do this? How do I do that? What did I touch? What did I not touch? Disinfect, 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 disinfect. Ah! You know? Anyways, so I have to say that I'm privileged to travel. That I have to say. But I'm excited to see the musicians that I'm going to work with. I'm excited to see my family. I'm excited to go to the beach because look at this face. People are like, oh, you're brown. Yeah, compared to you, because you are white. But I am not white. And right now, this skin tone, this is not my skin tone. This is just what's first after the actual tissue. This is just skin. This is not my skin tone, you know? So I'm actually I'm actually this tanned here. So, but we're not gonna see the day. We're not gonna see the sun in a decade now. That's how it is going into winter. Going into winter in Denmark, bye-bye forever, sun. See you on the flip side on who knows when. You know, that's how we feel when we go into wintertime. This is a serious wintertime over here. We don't see the sun for at least 10 months. And if you want it to burn, like to give a little tan, like we have 1.5 months, and that's it. That's it. And I know talking about weather is the most boring thing on the planet, as time is too. God damn it, it's annoying to me that people are like, oh, vacation, you're going on vacation. And I'm going to another place to be in another place. I'm not going to vacation. I'm not going for work. I'm just going. Okay? I don't like to be divided into these boxes. Oh, so you switching off. I'm being myself over there. Of course, I'm doing work in somebody's eyes because I have to plan all of the stuff for my album. So I'm actually working, but it's half work, half vacation. But for me, that doesn't divide work and vacation and time. I just say I'm going over there to plan some stuff. How hard can it be? God damn it annoys me. Maybe I don't like the vacation part of it. Like, I like the vacation part of it, but I always see myself in one mode, and that's just one mode. When I'm there, I'm eating, I'm shitting. Actually, there's no shower over there, so I shower with a bucket. And my favorite cup from when I was 6 is yellow. And I do this. That's how we shower in Cuba. So I have one bucket, and then for that bucket, that's half cold water and a liter of boiling water. So they make that ready for me so I can jump into the shower and do this. Shower, 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 shampoo. So you have to actually, you have to divide your water. And a funny thing about Cuba too is that there's only running water 1 hour a day if we're lucky. If we're lucky. And we live on the first floor and the water up there doesn't come. And I feel so bad for Cubans. I feel so bad for them, my fellow Cubans, because I'm one too. So imagine that. So that's just the message, to be grateful for water. That's how we shower in Cuba, and I'm fine with that. Anyways, so I'm excited, and I think I'm going to round it up, but I'm excited to tell you guys what's been going on, and I'm excited. Oh, yeah, I got one little thing before we go. I choreographed, I think I told you guys this. Yeah, I did. So forgetful now. I have so many things in my head. But I'm excited to start the new work tomorrow. And yeah, I'm excited to start a new work where I don't have to go have long travel to go to work. So I'm excited to meet new patients. I'm excited to get work and get paid, But for me, it's not work. For me, it's just something I do so I can finance what I do. But it's not that I'm not enjoying that work. I'm enjoying every part of it, and then I'm not enjoying parts of it. But it's not like divided into this is negative, this is not negative. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Anyways, maybe that's why I sleep 10 hours a night. Because I am just being for the rest of my waking life. So a few, just please don't divide time. Please. Am I the only one that doesn't want to divide time? Work, not on work. Vacation, not on vacation. Weekend, weekdays. Am I the only one that trying not to go into that? Once I flew on the 31st, I was having 5 New Year's Eve on a plane. I don't care, That's just a day. It's just a day. And people are like, oh, let's start over, new year, new beginnings. And people are really gonna rank on that, toot on that horn because of COVID has been so big in 2020. People are really gonna toot, let's make this year good, whoop, whoop. Next year be and all of those memes. I'm like, well, it's just another day. The only thing that counts to me is the sun going up and the moon coming up. Okay, so take it from me, everything fluent. It's kind of like what's happening with the gender thing. Can we go with the gender now that, with pronouns and everything like that, can we put that into time? Because you are wasting your energy and time on dividing your schedules. Just be, just do. And do what you like to do. Of course, we have to be realistic, but I do believe that I'm realistic. Or else my therapist would have said that I'm not, right? So anyways, I miss Dr. Moon. Maybe I can go and say hi to him. Maybe not. Depends on if so many things. But I'm definitely not allowed to visit old patients of mine. But I'm a gangster, and everybody knows that. So that's it for me, guys. I'm hoping you guys are having a good one, and let's forget about COVID. Let's just. I know that the news is talking about it and statistics, and we have to wear a mask when we're in the supermarket, but can we just now, for not on the 9th month, just forget about COVID and just put in the new habits with the hand sanitizers and the mask and just be free and do what we like? Namaste. Namaste. Now I must stay. Now I must stay. In the moment, right? So can we just pretend that COVID isn't a thing? How hard can it be? I know that my neighbor is not thinking about COVID because she's throwing Halloween parties and 2 other parties. Like in 1 week, she had 3 parties. And we have 2 elder in our apartment building. And it's just like so ego. But can we just act like it's not there? And then not do, 50 or 30 people plus parties. Because we're only allowed to 10. And I'm fine with her partying, but just turn the music down because we're people that trying to sleep. And this girl, the neighbor, is actually is almost a nurse. Can you believe it? She's not even taking precautions. She becoming a nurse with elder in the building, and she bringing loads of people into our apartment buildings, and she's, as a nurse, soon to be nurse, should be thinking about not letting, people are just insane. It doesn't matter what you do. People are just out for their own bags and backs. Okay? I'll see you guys on the flip side, okay? Bye.